Oh, welcome to the pre-show. All right. I am currently playing with this. So it's the first of the year. I'm working on what you call it, the Patreon, the some of the funds of the Patreon are going to go to what you call it, to the donation that we did this year for Christmas. So we'll do it again this year. But let me see if I can show you guys what I'm looking at. Maybe. And all right, so here's let you guys in a little bit. Here's the pre-show. All right, so you have these different sites that will let you uh, like create your own goals. Right, so that little bar up there, $500. You know how much money we have, days remaining. What sucks though is like, okay, if you look on the screen, I have it on my screen over here. Okay, so I can reset it, but then it's gonna drop it all the way down to back to zero. But I don't want to reset it. I just want to update it. So there's like no easy way to update from what I'm seeing. So I just have to like end the fucking goal and then update every month with the new changes. And then once I update it, it shoots back over. So it kind of works. Like, I mean, you don't need to see it minute by minute because like we'll never do that. But let's see. I don't know. It's an idea, but then I don't like the size of it on the screen. Actually, it's not that bad. My screen is just way smaller. Then like, where do I put? Okay, hold on. So now, like, where do I put it? Do I put it up here at the top? Right? Like, does that make sense? I'm not putting it over here, like under the chats. And then obviously I would have to squish this. I mean, to be fair, I don't even really need one. To be totally honest. Okay, hold on a second. I'll get back. So that is what I'm looking at trying to do. I don't know. Just be kind of fun to have like a ongoing chart. Mm, so that way you guys can see how much we're raising every month. Um, I don't know. Maybe I just put it on the back of on the Patreon slide and just give an update there. Because otherwise, this thing's not going to do anything for like 3 out of the 4 weeks. So like 6 of the shows this won't have anything to do with. But I like having it there though. Not I don't know where. Like put it over here. Oh, obviously, I can play with the colors a little bit. Um, okay, so this square here, I can't play with, and then this square here, I can't play with. It needs to be more fun. Okay, like okay. Now, when you say more fun, like, do I update the whole, like all of this? Like, hold on, this, all of this, and kind of make its own little box, throw in some. Oh yeah. Okay. Hmm. Okay. My Am I on the right track that says I don't need it on the screen? Everyone, like throughout the whole show, and can I just do like you know how they do fundraisers? They have like the thermometer, and then you scratch it out. Like I could do one of those on the Patreon page. So hold on, we're gonna fuck with this real quick. So like when we go way over here, nope, 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 nope. Where is the page? Yeah, make it a weekly slide at the end. Okay, pause. Like on this slide. So like I would tweak this slide a little bit, and then I can do like the little thermometer. I could do a pocket and then color in the pocket for the goal. Um, to be fair, I'm awake, so I just started playing with this idea just to see what there was there. So I don't think this particular graph is going to meet the needs that we have, which is totally fine. That's why we're here. We're figuring this thing out. Okay, so get rid of that one and log that bitch. Okay, so then, all right, so then I would have to, I'd have to cram all these names. I don't have to cram anything because as we get more people, I'll need more slides. So I can like, so I can make now the Patreon members a 2 slide totals with a pocket that we're coloring in, and then the next slide or two names. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good, right? Um, it was funny because I just kept pushing it back to first of the year, and now we're first of the year. So we got 3 minutes. So speaking of Patreon, there's something in this box, which means I need to wait to figure out when I'm going to see you next, so I can get you yours. But you have to wait until the end of the show to see one of the samples. I didn't deliver any today because I wanted to take pictures of everything. So you guys are gonna have to like suck it up. Mom will probably get hers on Monday, and then I'm gonna deliver the rest of them. Okay, could I ship from this box? Like, is that a thing? Like, I just tape it down, right? And then I can just put the address and return address on here, right? And then they would just stick it and ship it, right? So I don't have to rebag this, right? The reason I ask is there's a Mind Pocket today in which my cheap ass is trying to figure out how to cut down on shipping costs. So right now, I only have to send 2 out of state, and then I send 1 extra out just because. So I have like 3 that I have to mail out. So keep an eye on that. You can ship in anything. Bigger, bigger and odd shapes are more expensive. Well, I just want this box because this one happens to keep all of the stuff in it. But instead of like putting this in an envelope, could I just ship it as this? Because these weren't that bad. It just happened to work out that I had to order like 25 of these, 50 of these. 20, I don't know. I had extras, so there's a chance that when I deliver these this month, you may not get a box. So we'll see. Yeah, but I figure if I can save $1.50, yeah, boom. I'll put the whimsy sticker right there or something. Tape it, whimsy stick it up somewhere, whatever. But yeah, yeah. This is what we're doing for the pre-show now, guys. We're going to talk about my shipping costs. And let's move back to 10 minutes because we are right about ready to start. Oh shit! Gotta hit play. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of My Pockets Whimsy Live. All right, you guys got a little bit of a pre-show. It's whatever I was working on. We are looking at possibly finding a way to track all the Patreon subscribers, the Patreon donations, my donations, and all the stuff moving into December. So, uh, thank you for some of the feedback. We also talked about shipping costs, and then can I ship in this? This is what the this month's Patreon is. Can't you have to wait? You have to wait. Uh, I do not have to work tonight. I checked the schedule twice, so I won't make that mistake again. Um, Mind Pockets number 41. I know last week we talked about breaking them up into seasons. I just like a big number, so we're gonna stick with it. 41. Mind Pockets 41. I could probably put that on the slide since I have to update the slide every week. Maybe I'll do that. Um, so 41 of these were in the new year. Means I did 40 of them last year, which is bonkers. Absolutely love this show. Anybody new coming in? Mind Pockets, typically Saturdays. The occasional Monday, but Saturday. This time, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock is the regular show. The pre-show is at 7:50 Mountain Standard Time. Uh, I record different thoughts and ideas throughout the week, and I record them on a digital recorder, and then I play them, and then I try to work through it. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're like legit questions and they need help, or just some updates. So I think occasionally they get a little deep, but I think there's one this week. But this is My Pockets. Um, it's a good show. All right, here we go. Maybe. There it is. I've been watching a series, and that got me thinking: how would I dispose of a human body? I don't know. Think about it. Well, that was super short. That was it's just like I literally have a dead body right there. Uh, I watched the entire series of sorry of Donovan, Ray Donovan, right? So he's a Hollywood fixer. So sometimes like somebody dies, he has to help dispose of a body. And as I watched this show and several others like it, Sopranos, I don't know, pick any number of shows in which you have somebody that you call to get rid of a body. I don't know how to get rid of a body. Like I I semi pride myself on that. If something bad was to happen and someone needed to get rid of a body, that I would be one of the people that they would call, and I would help like troubleshoot the way through it. But the reality is, I have no idea how to get rid of a body. Okay, so like the logistics of it blow my mind. This guy's in L.A. and all of a sudden he can just take a dead hooker's body from a hotel room and put it in its car and then dispose of it somewhere. Like this is why like all these true crimes stories are like blowing up is because like everybody's getting caught because they think it's super easy just to like dispose of a body. I've been thinking about it for like 4 days. I don't think I can get rid of a body. I have no idea how to do it. You're gonna get put on a watch list, maybe, but I am. Hey, if I'm on a watch list, can they? Hey, like and subscribe. if I'm on a watch list. If you're watching me, like, subscribe. I need them views. Yeah, it was just weird. Like, for we watch television to kind of escape a little bit, and then there's always like that fantasy of like, oh, this is kind of cool. This would be cool to live this life, and you kind of live like vicariously through these shows. But then there's a reality that says there's no way I could do any of this stuff because I don't even know how to. Like, step one of any good fixer is disposing of a body. I couldn't do it. And these hands, no, no, they can't dig a hole. I can't dig a 6 foot hole. So I'm going to rethink my position and say, if you need a body disposed of, do not call me because I am definitely not the guy to do it. I don't know how to do it. Not the kind of lady I meant. List. Yeah. Well, whoever's listening, whatever list I'm on, just like and subscribe. I can use a couple extras. Thinking of the panels coming up for Fusion and ToothCon, and I don't know, man. Like, I just patting myself on the back. Does anybody know why all the episodes of Jason the Whimsies start with a zero? Like the foresight, 93 episodes in to put zero on the back of all of them. Fucking genius. No, no, like, because episode one was 000 001, and like that's the idea, right? Like, there's a very logical reason that all the episodes start are all 3-digit episode numbers, and because like, so I'm thinking about the panels that Megan and I want to do, and some of them are going to be like tips and tricks and like different things that we've learned along the way, and then like as I'm thinking of different things, I get really cocky and be like, oh yeah, I knew this one even before we started. Um, yeah, hit the chats, hit the comments. Let me know why you think that I chose 3-digit episode numbers, and see if you're on the same page as me. I don't want to give out. I don't want. This is like trade secret stuff. Maybe. Um, yeah, it was just really interesting. I don't know. Just sometimes I gotta get a little cocky and be like, haha, because we're on episode 94 this weekend, and it just seems super awesome that, I don't know, a year and a half ago, the foresight to put zeros in front of everything. So, yeah, let me know why you think I did it, and I'll let you know if you're right. That's all. I just wanted just to pat myself on the back. All right, so there's that movie trope or the TV trope, right, where people are hanging off of a building, and then someone runs by and grabs them by the arm and lifts them up. I don't think I could do that. I think if somebody's falling and needs me to help them and I have one hand, I think we're both done. All right. So I don't know what happened. It's been a like weird reality check over the last like 2 weeks somewhere where like I really super aware of everything. So not only can I not dispose of a body, but that if I have a loved one who's like dangling from a bridge or a rooftop, and I have to be like hold on to something and be like, oh, where's my other hand? Be like, I guess I could do it the other way. Yeah, that's right. Be like, hey, grab my hand. No, everybody's dead. Everybody died. Like, I do not have the upper body strength. Like, and that's all like dead weight. Like, I don't. So I don't know. I'm in a place right now where I'm upset with television for giving me these false sense of confidence that, yeah, I can dispose of a body, and then if necessary, I can pull up a loved one hanging from a cliff because I don't know if I could. Now there is what is it, like the adrenaline, right? Like moms lifting cars off of kids, right? Like that could happen. And in a situation, maybe I get a burst of adrenaline where I'm just like, ah, I just throw them, right? I just grab them, throw them backwards, right? Maybe. But at the same time, I could throw them, I could save, and then my a heart attack and I die or something. Like they never show you like like the struggle, like the real struggle. They play it up every once in a while, but they're like, I can't reach. This is my life this week. Fucking like TV's fake. Because you never see a news article. Not once. Not once you see a news article or some super cop who's like, yeah, I saved 3 kids from a burning building, just pulling them out one at a time with his hand. I don't know. So I think from now on, I just don't go anywhere that's more than like 3 stories high. Because you can survive the 2 story drop. Sorry. But yeah, kind of upset that there's a. I don't know, because maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll have like Liam get on the roof. No, I have to get on the roof, and then I have to try to pull him up. I should live stream that, and you guys can watch me just like dislocate something or fall off the roof. That's how Ben hits his 4K views in one video, hanging off a roof, falling, breaking something. So I don't know. Yeah, TV. I don't know. We're at a bit of a odds right now. Just finished recording with Alice. How freaking cool is it that she has like a version of Mind Pockets that she used to do? I forget what she called them, documents. Yeah, so listen to the episode from Friday, and super funny. I just thought it was cool that somebody else had a similar Mind Pocket idea. 2 parts. Why do I feel like I'm just rushing through this entire thing? Like, I'm talking really fast. Alice, Whimsy with the Z. There's a commercial coming up, right? So I was talking with Alice. She's having a good time. Senior. She's getting ready to graduate. What does the last semester of her life look like? Awesome. I learned some shit. What did I learn? Fuck it, we ball. Like that's a thing. So like, if they're like, Ben, you want like, I don't have a good example of it. What was it? So her boyfriend is got an offer to go to like Florida State, and she lives not in Florida. So the idea was, what does she do if she's not ready to go to college right away after high school, and she's going to go and she's asked to go to Florida State, and then she's like, I think about it, but if there's nothing holding me back, what is it? Fuck it, we ball. And I was just like, that's the coolest thing in the world. Um, which means like you get carpe diem. Movie idea. Dead Poet Society meets Dangerous Minds, right? So at the end, right? So like you get the teacher who's like carpe diem, but instead of that, he's just like F it, we ball, right? And then at the end, like they all stand on the tables and stuff. So someone get with me. We'll write that, right? Dead Poet Society meets Dangerous Minds, um, which is interesting because I don't know how many people. I wonder if Alice has ever seen, or any of the Whimsy kids have seen either one of those 2 movies. All right, back to the original reason for this particular mind pocket was in her conversation, she indicated that um, what she used to do, I think mainly on Instagram, is when she would have like a random like thought, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be funny, but anytime she had like a random thought, she would just get her phone out and it'd be like, and she would just document her random thought, like, hey, everybody, right? And then she get comments like people like, hey, that was funny. She did Mind Pockets before I did Mind Pockets. So now I look like I just stole from like a little girl. Okay, she's not a little girl. She's eight. She's what, 17? Like, yeah. Or it just means like, okay, we're gonna take a step back from that and say I didn't steal it. That this idea for Mind Pockets is super awesome because it's relatable. We all have random thoughts and ideas throughout the week. Most of us aren't like conscious enough to like just record it and then live stream it. Like, so yeah, that was really cool. She said she might start it up again. I don't think she's done any since. I thought about doing mine like live on like an Instagram reel or like a quick live. Um, thought about it, but I decided not to. Like, let's just, yeah. Um, because sometimes I have to like depending on where I'm at. Like sometimes I'm working, I can't always just be recording somewhere. Um, but hold on. Okay, maybe it doesn't have to be like a live stream of me, right? But why couldn't I record and make a short out of it, like this week's Mind Pocket? And then the interesting thing would be, like you hear Mind Pocket about how I want to bury a body, and you're like, what does this mean? There's no context. It means you have to come back 4 days from now, log into the live stream and watch it. But then I would think of the 400 Mind Pockets I've done, like how many of them are gold? Not many. Handful of them are pretty good. Like there's like, okay, 400. Okay, real quick. 400 of them. I would say like 20 of them were like genius. And then there's like there's probably like half. They're like, yeah, whatever. Which would leave me with what, 180 more? 180 that are like mid. All right, I can take a couple of those. So yeah, Alice, awesome lady. She does Mind Pockets. I think she calls them documents. But listen to her episode. It was super fun. We had a good time. Um, what's interesting about the Whimsy with the Z is all the kids are kind of starting to relax a little bit more. So now they're a little bit more open about different questions and topics, and um, they don't feel so like nervous or self conscious about whatever. So, I mean, to be fair, we've done like 6 or 7 of these things. We had a parents week month last month, which were kind of interesting. Um, I never did talk about those. The parents seem way more concerned than the kids do. It was weird. Like, because us as parents were like, oh, we hear about all the bullying and all like the negative, and we're like, oh man, we're super worried. And we want to protect them from all that stuff. But then the kids are like, yeah, it is what it is. It's his normal life. You kind of just sidestep it and avoid it. I don't know. It was weird, but those are out on the YouTube, Spotify, Apple, maybe SoundCloud. I don't even know. Um, but yeah, listen to them. Alice's came out Friday. December had the 2 parent groups, and then we got um, Mark, Danielle, Dean, and we're gonna try to get Pinky back. I think she's looking to come back. So uh, interesting to see where these kids are. This month we were talking about what do you remember of 24? What are you guys looking forward to in 25? Um, Similar to the episode I did with Liam for the Chasing the Whimsy wrap up, kids don't know anything of really what's going on in the world. So it's interesting. All right. I think I drug that one out long enough. I just felt really self conscious that like 12 minutes in, I was like, oh my god, I'm already up to number 5. All right. All right. We got a commercial here for you guys. Are there any really cool like Filipino mobs or like crime families. I'm watching a show, and then like they have the Irish. So you got the O'Malleys and the O'Donnellys, and like the Donovans. Like, is there like a really cool like down to family that just like runs organized crime? Like, can I be in it, and then can I help like fight for turf? I don't know. I think I'd be a cool mobster. Dude, my life is a fucking mess. Like, I can't get rid of a body. I can't save the loved one hanging from a cliff. But then, like 2 days later, I'm like, I could be a mobster in the Filipino like syndicate of some kind. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, that's so dumb. Oh man, I'm all please. My life is a mess. I'm like, this is fake. This is all fake. But then I'm like, I want to be in a family. Oh man, I absolutely loved that. I was so happy. Oh, oh. Did any of you guys catch the name of the Filipino mob family that I just threw out there? That's fucking genius, dude. That's classic old school story. None of you, like maybe four people, will ever understand what that joke was. Oh my god. Um, all right. There was a show back in 2002, The Black Donnellys. Okay. It was a group of four brothers living in Hell's Kitchen, New York. Right. So you have they're part of like the Irish group, but then you have the Italians, and then like the other like Italian mob, right? So these Donnellys weren't really associated with anything, but then they were like, because it sells kitchen, like this is our home, and they started like fighting the two other crime families, and it turned into this. It was a fantastic show. Absolutely upset that it didn't make a second season, but and then I'm watching Ray Donovan, and it's the same thing of like you have like these like Hatfield McCoy type rivalries for like generations, right? You got the O'Malleys, and then you got the Sullivans, and then you got the fucking Donovans, and they're all like they were all best friends, and now they hate each other, and now it's like your dad wronged my family. Like this weirdest thing. I just would like so as I research my lineage, right? So um, I'm gonna find out where some of the other families are, right? So in theory, I got a bunch of people in the Philippines. What if I get back and they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys are from like four generation like monster family? How cool would that be?" Uh, okay, but one, it would be cool. Two, we've already determined that I'm too soft to handle any kind of like real work, but the fantasy of it would be pretty cool. I mean, we did. There's 7 seasons of Ray Donovan, like 8 seasons of The Sopranos. Like we do, number one best movie of all time is like what Godfather? No, Citizen Kane, Godfather number two. We enjoy the mob life, right? Where it's mainly confound to your section of the city. Like you get these 6 blocks, and you can have those 7 blocks, and it's like it's the beauty of it is to have like enemies, but the understanding of like you don't come on my side, I don't go on your side. And there's like this happiness. I don't know. I don't know what I'm watching now. I finished Ray Donovan, so I don't know what next week's Mind Pocket is going to look like. Um, we probably won't be on the mobster thing again because there's no, yeah, maybe it'll be a spy. There's a lot of spy stuff out there right now. So yeah, there was a okay, hold on. Is the chat in the right place? Is it always supposed to be that corner? Or is it supposed to be over here? Like, I'm just stopped the entire show because I noticed my chat was in the wrong side. I am all over the place, man. And I don't even have to work. So it's like I can't even be like, oh, I'm tired. This is it, guys. 2025. Ben's finally lost it. Uh, yeah, there was just that one thing. So TV does kind of get me back into that. Like, it would be cool if I was part of a crime family, but then it's not so cool because everybody's dying and people are hanging off like ledges and cliffs, and I can't do anything with that. So, uh, yeah. Okay, now there's a commercial. I'll see you guys in a second. Hold on. Boom.
Go check out Whimsy with a Z, the podcast from Chasing the Whimsy. Whimsy with a Z is a brand new podcast where they meet and hang out with 6 teenagers each month to get to know what it's like to be a Generation Z in today's day and age. They'll discuss summer, first days of school, and maybe dive into the struggles that most teens face, but maybe not talk about. Join along as they break down the generation gap and better understand what it's like to be Generation Z. That's Whimsy with a Z. Chasing Whimsy, talking to Generation Z. A few new episodes up for you to listen to already, and make sure you subscribe to be notified of future releases. Whimsy with a Z is a podcast for teens, by teens, but parents are welcome and encouraged to also listen. You can stream it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at the website chasingthewhimsy.com. That's Whimsy with a Z, the podcast. Go stream, download, and subscribe today.
I don't know how to say this one. New Year's Eve, guy comes in to shipping and receiving, makes a comment, leaves, turns around, and is like, I'm glad to know that I was able to make you smile, and then left. Like, that was his legacy of knowing that, like, he made two people smile. And I don't know where the rest of this thought goes. I don't know. I'm gonna sit on it for a week. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Oh, stand by. I gotta figure out what time I'm picking up Liam. 8:30. Boom, perfect. Okay. All right. So clearly, I'm all over the place, right? I've had a dose of reality, and then I'm escaping through television, and then I'm back into reality. So like I'm all over the place in my head, right? Uh, and so like it's a throwaway comment this guy had, right? Comes in, was leaving, and was like, "Hey," snaps his finger. He's drunk, right? And he's just like, "Hey," he's like, "The year is gonna be good because I made you smile." Like just something stupid, like the guy found like this weird happiness that he had an impact. I forget how he worded it, but like I don't know. So then I started thinking like, and the weird thing, right? Okay, no idea where this is gonna go. So fucking bear with me for a second. I might bail out here in a second. Okay, throwaway comment. I hear it all the time for whatever reason. This time it sits with me for a second. Okay, right? And I don't know why. Okay. Oh, okay. So here's part of the reason why I think it stuck with me. Road to 100. We're doing the 5 W's of whimsy, right? And then I think the why, right? Uh, like this idea. Okay, so he leaves and he's like super happy knowing that he made two people smile and he's gonna take that with him for the rest of the year. Probably not, right? Because he's fucking drunk. Okay, so anyway, I think about my effect on people. Okay, we're getting there. All right. So my effect that I have on people, aka the podcast, the live streams, and just in general, right? Physically, personally. Right. Okay. So then that brings me into the why for the road to 100. So I'm trying to think, right? Because I prep and plan a little bit for each of these upcoming episodes. I know Liam's gonna fucking shoot from the hip. It is what it is. All right. So then I start thinking, I'm like, all right. So what is my contribution to everybody else? And I think that's where I got stuck, and I just bailed out of it, out of mind pocket. Because it is a weird. So there's a like okay, so spoiler. Here's some of the whys, right? Um, I like to tell stories. I want to get to know uh, people better. I want to tell stories better on a record of uh, just life that can be passed down. Okay, so that's part of the why. And then I guess part of that why is like if I go deep into it, it's like I want to build a legacy because I use the word legacy and I don't know why I use the word legacy, but okay. So so then like what is my legacy? And I don't think it's like so much like the podcast and like anything groundbreaking that I'm going to do. I think it's just more of like the capturing of Ben, right? And then being able to take all this Ben stuff, Benisms, whether it be himself, Christmases and fucking family and everything else, and then being able to have all these that I can then pass down, right? So I guess that's Ben's legacy is what can I give to somebody else, right? AKA Liam and Sophie. And then do they even care or want it? And then so and then it's like okay, and here's where the weird part comes in, right? Where some of that reality comes in, where I'm like, I can't lift somebody off of a ledge. Is does anybody really give a shit? And then I'm like, and then I sit in that and I sit in that hole for a minute, and I'm like, well, if nobody gives a shit, like, then why am I doing it? So then I have to back out of that hole and be like, because it's not specifically for you, listeners, but it isn't. It is. I don't know. Like it's. Then I overthink it, and then I just Benism that crap out of that. Because I like I get it. Like this whole thing is uh like it makes sense. Like anybody who knows me, the whole podcast thing pretty much kind of makes sense. Like Ben's always been kind of like this a little bit. Um but then there's like a handful of people who like don't know me and then they're like this is dumb. I don't get it. Why is he like why does he do this? And I think the whys why is he doing this and I don't get it for whatever lingered longer than normal. I'm out of it now. Like I'm out of it. Like because I'm still gonna do what I do. Like that's ultimately like because I think I hinted at it last week, right? Boom, confidence, chat, like what did I say? Rocked, rattled, right? So I'm back to normal, where I'm just like, boom, I'm doing something, I'm enjoying it. It's keeping me out of trouble. So yeah, I have no idea where this whole thing is going. I don't even know if it's on track to what. Oh, I don't know. I just think the whys I'm doing all this. I don't think anybody. I don't think everybody will fully understand the whys today. I think a lot of the whys will make sense 1 to 10, 15 years from now. I definitely think this is a project that will evolve like a dozen more times before I'm done with it. And then like the final project, like that would be the interesting thing. So like Ben's like 85, boom, died. Like what do I have in within the like life podcast, everything else? That's I think going to be the fun part. So I have no idea what any of it looks like. There's no end goal, so it's just like I don't know. Let's just ramble some more. Um, my Pocket 41 been fucking semi like I don't know. Anyway, so that guy super happy he left an impact. I hope to leave an impact as confident as that guy did, and enough that he made it onto my Pockets 41, my pocket number 6. Like I guess like that's what I want. Like that's what I'm pushing for at some point is like somewhere throughout this journey, this will all make sense. Will make an impact somewhere that someone will be like, I get it now. So no idea if that made any sense to anybody. It is what it is. You don't get a lot of those very often. Probably because it's like I don't know. I'll never go back and listen to this, FYI. Someone should remind me to go back and listen to that to see if any of that made sense. Um, yeah, there you go. That's what Ben does when he's uh, working and talks to random people. Playing with all the different recorders, I totally found a new way or a new recorder, vintage, like analog vintage. And I think I'm going to start recording some of my lost media on it. So that way there's only one physical copy of it in existence. All right, I'll explain. Why is my computer running so hard right now? Like there's nothing playing. Okay, so, oh, probably because there's, hold on. Let me lock this screen out real quick. Okay, so early on, I made the comment that how cool would it be if mom or dad was a radio DJ for a year in college and I found a box of old tapes of them recorded, right? Then, all right, then there's like me and my buddy Jason back in like would have been Grover's 5th grade. So what year is that? Whatever 5th grade was. Me and him sat down in front of a boombox, hit the record button, and we basically did a podcast. We did a radio show. So, like, if parents had cassette tapes, and or if I can find that cassette tape that me and Jason did 100 years ago, I think that'd be fascinating. Okay, so then I am, I think it would be fair to say, addicted to recording devices because I have the hand recorder. Like, okay, I have 2 digital recorders that I use. One I use my own pockets for. One I just found. I have no idea what's on it. I have the old car recorder. Then I have the P4, which is the setup that we used when we first started. Um, the H1 Essential, the H4 Essential, and then the P8. So what is that? 7? I have 7 recorders, and they all do the same thing, basically. So what I did is thinking about grandma back in the day is um, found like one super crazy. You cannot find cheap like an old like recorder, like a hand recorder. Um, like they're just like you call them vintage, and then this the price is like double triple. So like whatever. But I did find a new recorder that I'm going to start. It gets in the mail on Tuesday, I think. So there are a handful of stories that I have that will probably okay. I know for a fact will never be like I will never tell. Like they can't like um nothing like super bad, just like probably more embarrassing type stuff. Um, so what do I do with those stories? right? Um, because Liam brings him up every once in a while. He's like, "Tell me about this time," and I'm like, "I can't tell you. One, maybe you're not old enough. Maybe when you're 18, I can. It might make more sense." And so there's like a handful of these. There's like right now on paper, I have three that I know that I should probably like that I have right that I just don't want uh like out there. And still record them. The idea was that I would record them and then I would save them onto like a SD card and then if I can hide the SD card. And then later at some point, uh, Liam finds them and then listens back to it. It's like so basically when I'm 85 and I die, right? Boom. Okay, so that's 40 years from now. Liam's 50. He finds a box of old like SD cards and he listens to like a dozen of these like weird stories that dad had, right? Um, Similar to uh, there's a lady that I know, okay, who gave her grandmother a book that just told a bunch of stuff, right? So there is a chance that nobody will see the inside contents of this book, which is totally fine because it's her idea, and it's her thing, right? So there are there's this like idea of this like lost media thing that I'm just still fascinated with, even since when we first started. Is I love the idea that at some point Liam's like, why was my dad like this? And then he might find a recording to be like, oh, I guess I kind of get it. And my dad's a huge mess, but this is why he was a mess or whatever it was. And so um, instead of recording them on whatever recorder, right? I thought I'd go one step further, right? I'm gonna fucking get a cassette tape and fucking record that shit, put them in the little cassette box, and then hide it somewhere. Um, only because I don't know. Um, because I can't get hacked, right? I can't accidentally upload it because they're on these little cassettes. Now, the only problem is like, what happens if I lose these cassettes and then they're completely lost forever? That completely sucks. But then at the same time, I worry. Um, so I have a hard drive, right? That I took all of the original recordings from year one, from 23 and 24. Okay. So I took all the original recordings and I put them on this hard drive, right? Because I needed to clear up space on the computer in the cloud. There is a part of me that freaks out that if anything should happen to that hard drive, that it corrupts, it just doesn't load, whatever reason, something happens to it, that all of those would be lost. And it freaks me out. But if I have all these cassettes that have like it's like I don't know nothing crazy. It's like 20 or 40 minutes, boom, right? And then this like I don't know for whatever reason I just again it goes back to this thing of like if I got a box, my dad just gave me a box of something and he happened to have like weird like 1979 recordings on it, like they'd be really amazing. So uh, yeah, I got a recorder. I'm gonna start recording on cassette tapes. No, it's making sense to me. Um, I don't know. There's like, I don't know what's going to be on them. I don't even know if I'm going to record like what I'm going to record on those, but I have them because I like to now collect things. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Eventually, so when I turn 85 or older, and I die, whoever's still around, you're gonna be like Ben. Like this is lost media, right? So like 40 years from now, they're gonna be like, oh my god, Ben, 40 years ago, talked about these tapes, these lost tapes. Where are they? And then I don't know. Maybe I just leave some clues and make you guys go on the scavenger hunt or something, or I just get lazy and I just never do them. But whatever. Um, but yeah, I do have this idea that I would like to start trying to record on cassettes for no other reason other than I just think it would be fun. More fun than like you find a hard drive and then you just download the hard drive. Like there's just something like a little extra about it. I don't know. I'm gonna try it though. We'll see. I got one recorder coming in the mail, 3 tapes. So we'll see. All right. So I can be accused of being cheap and frugal. But is it going too far to Okay, so you get a package that has the bubble wrap. Okay. Yes, you can reuse the bubble wrap, but the what if I got like a white bubble envelope that was in a package, like in the box? Can I reuse that bag so I don't have to pay the like $1.59 for a envelope, bubbled envelope thing? I don't know. Like, I think that's pretty cool. I think not cool. I mean, like that's acceptable, right? Like to reuse packaging. So I got all the Patreon stuff. She puts each one in a white envelope, right? And then puts them all in a large box, right? So now I open them and now I'm like, cool. Cool. I'm like, so I open them and I'm like, I could technically totally still use this envelope as like padding when I ship like okay, so we agree bubble wrap, tissue paper can be reused. Okay. Screw you guys. I'm going to use the envelope because it's like I'm not shipping the envelope. I'm not using the envelope to ship. I'm using it as extra padding because it's the bubble, right? It's a bubble envelope, so I can put stuff in it, fold it over, tape it, then stick it in a different envelope or box, and then fucking ship it off, right? So screw it. We're gonna do it. Okay. But I do think I draw the line on I get this box in the mail, right, that has a shipping label already on it. I agree that I will not peel off said shipping label and then reuse this box and then put a new shipping label on it. I think that's going a little too far. Hold on. Oh man, I might have already. I might take that back. Hold on. Okay, I have a corner next to my desk that have plain boxes on them. Okay, okay, okay. Plain box inside the Amazon box is fair game because there's nothing. Okay, so as long as I don't have to remove a shipping label, whatever box is fair game. Is that fair? Does that make sense? Because most of us just cut the box and just like fucking throw it away. I look at it and be like, I can salvage this because there's no shipping label I have to peel off. Because like every once in a while, you get the package where they put the plastic on it, so I can just peel off the plastic. Now I got a fresh box. Uh, okay, so Ben is cheap. We accept that. But how many of like these are not problems that I had prior to a year ago. Like I would just be like, sure, just go somewhere and just fucking one off send a package. Now that I gotta ship stuff like onto the reg, I think I'm told yeah. So I did not expect that to happen from Whimsy to be like, I need to worry about shipping costs and shipping materials. I got a huge box of like plastic bubble wrap because like yeah, so I don't know. That's all I got. Ben will reuse some shipping material, and I'm doing my part to recycle. Like if you guys ever watched that documentary on Netflix, By Now, I think it is. There's a whole segment of it where it's just talking about like this mass consumption of fucking goods and like all the stuff being shipped and all this extra waste. I'm doing my part to cut down on waste. And that's a bunch of BS. I'm just cheap. All right, eBay hack. So here's something interesting for eBay. If you go to eBay and you like something, wish list it or watch list, and then just walk away for a minute. And then within about a day, day and a half, the seller will send you an offer that's like 10 or 15% off. And so if you can wait a day to show an interest in it, and then they'll send you like a discounted rate. So there's your eBay hack. This a handful of times. Okay, so I like a video game, and I'm like, okay, so I don't have to have it today, right? So you just look at the bid, typically like a buy now, and then you hit the little watch list, and then no joke, within like honestly 24 to 36 hours, you'll get an email of the guy who's like, I'll go ahead and offer it to you for this amount of dollars, and it's like 10 or 15% off, which like you can't poop on 15%. I do something very similar on Amazon. I add a bunch of stuff to my list, right? My wish list, and occasionally, like I'll go back in and look at it, and then they'll show you how much it was when you put it in the wish list, and then how much it dropped down, and you'll get like notifications every once in a while where they're like, "Hey, something in your wish list has come down in price," and you can look at it. So for like random things that you don't like, they're the problem is like these are like mostly spontaneous buys where you're like, oh, I really want one of these, but I don't need it. You just take a step back, you let it sit for a day and a half, boom, you get a discount. Amazon has a version of that, but eBay, I did it twice this week, saved like, I don't know, $12, um, which was super cool. So yeah, just a little eBay hack for you guys. Fuck me. I try to be proactive, order some food at the grocery store to be picked up today on my lunch. But I set up the order at work, but I don't think it saved the correct address. So now it wants me to pick it up all the way on the other side of town. I can't do that. So I don't know what to do now. Like, am I out the $50 or do they refund me? I don't know. This is a mom question. Uh, every once in a while, because I have zero food right now. Okay, so like every once in a while, like when it's slow at shipping and receiving, I'm like, boom, and I order some food. Like, put an order in for curbside. Right, I go on my lunch right down the street, pick it up, come back. Right, boom, nice and easy. Totally, like I swear to God, I switched the addresses to be the one on my side of town, not the one over by shipping and receiving. And for whatever reason, it saved the other one. So on my lunch, I get the notification that it's ready. I drive to my location, and then they're like, "Hey, FYI, idiot, you're supposed to be on the other side of town." So, like, what do I? So, I don't know. Okay, so one, I shouldn't have to pay for $50 worth of groceries that I wasn't able to pick up. But at the same time, I should be held responsible for fucking up, right? So, like, food costs is going up because dumb people like me can't pick the right location, can't pick up their food, and now half that food has to go to waste because it's been sitting in a fucking cart for like the last 2.5 hours. So like, so I tried like going online and canceling it, and they're like, we can't guarantee cancellation. I'm like, I call them, and then I get some lady, and she's like, oh, are you here? I'm like, no, I'm not even close to here. And she's just like, oh, just go ahead and send them out. I'm like, all right. So rumor has it at 8 o'clock, whatever food is not picked up, the order is automatically canceled, and then I'm not charged. So now I'm the douchebag that's like, hey, person at work, grab all my groceries and then like waste half of it and then put the rest of it back. Like, it wasn't my intention to do that, but it happened. Uh, yeah. It was at Walmart, so my mom knows a thing or two about Walmart, so I was gonna ask her, but I didn't. But in theory, I think I got an email that says I'm not gonna get charged. So just FYI. Yeah, how shitty is that? Which then just goes back to don't mess with routines because I go to the stores with the kids tomorrow. So if I try to circumvent the store, life is like you take the kids to the store, fool, because that's what you do. And I just have to watch the account now, make sure I don't get charged for it. Last one. All right, super weird. Jay Sarge gave us some music. I created the lo-fi video for it. It's the uh, Insomnia in the Abyss video, right? So I did like a 12-hour live stream with it, trying to get some of the view numbers up. And then today I get a notification that like it's copyrighted. So I go online, I look at whoever this Aaron guy is that supposedly we're copywriting. Doesn't even sound like his thing. So um, I put in my first what should we call it? Copyright dispute. So I don't know what that means. But yeah, super weird that they just like tagged because like we have the video, but they only tagged it because it was the live stream. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. So we'll figure it out. So I have a little mess. Okay, let's get back. All right. All right. So genius idea, semi-genius idea. I don't know. All right. For me to start making money, not again, it comes out to like $12 a month, maybe. Okay. YouTube, if I hit certain thresholds, right, then they start putting ads on the videos, and I get paid for those. Okay. One of the thresholds is I need 4,000 hours of watched, public viewed. Okay. So I think we're down to like an hour, like 140 hours. Like I'm at like 3870 or something. So I'm like, okay, how do we get like 130 hours real quick, right? So I was like, well, maybe I'll just play the lo-fi video because if you go on YouTube right now and you type in lo-fi video live, there's like this is a thing now, right? This is like people just upload the same lo-fi video and just play it live, and then people just log in and they just listen to it. So I was like, I'm just gonna do that. So while I was working, boom, playing the fucking lo-fi video. Okay, couple of things. This is slow it down for 2 seconds. I used this computer, this setup, to make the lo-fi video to stream it. But I used okay. So over here, these are all the different uh, shows, right? So we have Mind Pockets, and then we have Nooners because the box is a little bit smaller. So I just took this extra one here, right? And I used just this Whimsy Live, and then put the lo-fi video and stretched it out over the whole thing. And then I hit play. Okay. Here's what I didn't pay attention to. For the first hour, I was hearing the music from the computer, but I wasn't putting it out. So our yesterday's live, like 12-hour live stream, sound, just the picture. Oh, so funny. Anyway, so uh, yeah, it was really weird. Um, a couple of people kept dropping out. Like, I think there was like 70 people, just under 70, that viewed it over the 12 hours. I don't know how many of them stayed, how long they stayed, but we got to about 140 hours, right? Not a lot, but to be fair, the first half of it was like, I don't know. Okay. So, in theory, that live stream would have triggered the missing hours that I needed for the 4,000. Um, it needs to wait a couple days because I think YouTube analyzes it and then it's slightly slow putting those hours on there. Okay. So I get a notification today that was like copyrighted, no strike, something, right? And I was like, what the fuck is like, there's nothing copyrighted because it's literally J Sarge's video, right? And like, so we already have we have the 10-hour live or the 10-hour lo-fi video already. Nothing wrong with it. Like there's no copyright, there's nothing on it. And then all of a sudden, because of not because, but the live stream version of it, whatever reason, they're like it's copyrighted by some Alan W guy from a third party website that does AI lo-fi music, and they're like, it's Dreams, something Dreams by Aaron somebody on this third party website, and I was like, okay, so I searched it, absolutely nothing close, like none of it, like not even like any of the backgrounds, none of it sounded like Jay Sarge's, right? So like up, so like I get like I got weirdly fucking like aggressive about it, like super protective because I'm like, what are you accusing my man of, right? So I submitted the the dispute claim and like one like and it's weird because like when I'm filling out the form, like they're like, you're not using anybody else's material. I'm like, it's not like I don't know like okay, J Sarge gives us the music, right? So like, is it mine or is it his? And then I was like, I don't know. And then I'm like, I technically like I don't have any paperwork to support that I own any of it. So I was like, technically I don't own it, I guess. But then I had to like type up uh, my explanation of being like, hey, this was a live stream of a video that we currently already have done by J Sarge JK Stimpy. And I said, the original video has not been tagged in any way, it's copyrighted. This is the exact same video, just played as live. So why is this now being copyrighted? So I submitted it. Then they're like, yeah, we'll hear back within 30 days. I'm like, what the hell? 30 days. So yeah, it's just super weird. What will eventually probably continue to happen is uh, we talked about it back in November, beginning of December. There's a website that lets me upload old YouTube videos and it'll let me schedule it through this third party website. The problem is they're like, it's free. Okay, well, when you read the free, it will play pre recorded live for like 20 minutes. I'm like, I definitely need more than 20 minutes. So I don't think I can use that service anymore because I'm like, I'm not going to pay the $30 a month for not yet. So we're probably not like so. I just had to keep this computer on while I was working and just played the live stream like now, like right now. Um, so we might see more of those. My mouse. Oh my god, my mouse is broke. Why is my mouse broke? Oh. This doesn't happen. But, like, we should keep track of how often. Hi, Grandma. We should keep track of how many times my mouse dies on air. But I'm gonna try and find. The problem is I don't want to leave necessarily this computer on like 12 hours a day every day. So I'm trying to find a workaround. But what you guys will start to see is I'm gonna take old episodes. Right now, just the lo-fi ones because those are the probably the easier, the most searched ones that people will sit and listen to over and over again. So if you get a notification that there is a live stream playing that is not Mind Pockets or Nooners, it's probably just a view grab. That's all it is. Like that's like let's call it what it is. It's just to grab as many hours of views I can get. If I can get like someone who's like, oh, this is interesting and listens to it for 2 hours, like I want those 2 hours. Um, and then as we get more of them, we'll do some stuff with it. Um, but like if you look at them like right now, hold on, can we do this? I have nowhere to go. So if you guys have to go somewhere, like you do you. Um, oh, I closed it. Stand by. Okay. Okay, we're gonna look at it here. Lo-fi live. Live. Um, okay, so go back to this page. Go back to this. This one. This one. Okay. All right. And this one here. Okay. So, like on this. Nope. This one. This one. Okay. Let's make this big. All right. So here's what we're. So right now, if you go on YouTube and you look at lo-fi videos, right? These are all live, right? So lo-fi girl just keeps playing this thing for over and over. She's got 12K people watching right now. 387 people, 413. Like worst case, like I think we tapped out like on average of like 14 last night. 52. So these are all just like free views, man. 5K, like 500K. Like how crazy is that? So that is the idea that I'm looking at semi moving forward is you might see a random like tonight I don't have to work, but there's some stuff I want to work on, uh, podcasting stuff, right? So I might just re-log in at like 10:30, put up a video, and then just live stream that. I'll chat if you guys want to chat. Like I'll put something in the description that says here I'm here to chat. But worst case, if I can get 40 people to sit here and listen to it for like 3 hours each, that's like 12 more hours, right? Like I don't know. It's just it's like the hoops you have to jump through are just fucking mind-boggling to me sometimes. There's like the easy cheats that everybody else is doing. So, and then like I don't know, like how cool would it be if like 5,000 people started listening to it? Like that'd be amazing. Um, but yeah, so weird that J Sarge like two completely different sounds. Um, so we're working on that. Like it's nothing bad. Like I didn't get a copyright strike or anything like that. Um, but yeah, that's what was going on. Ben's randomly live streaming lo-fi videos in the middle of the night. All right, I think we're almost done. Let's get out of here. Let's do one more commercial, a few thank yous, and then we'll get out.
Hey there, Whimsy fans. We wanted to take a moment away from the fun to express how much your support and contributions mean to us. If you're liking what you're hearing from us so far, we'd like to invite you to show us some love on our new Patreon. Starting at just $1 a week, you can help us keep the whimsy coming. That's not just our podcast, but live streams and new projects on the horizon as well. All members get special shout out during our live streams. If you're comfortable giving a little more, please take a look at our gift tier. These gifts are hand-picked by the Whimsy crew to bring more curiosity, fun, and whimsy to you as thanks for your support. Every little bit counts, and whether you support us by listening and subscribing to our podcasts, holding court on our lives, or subscribing to our Patreon, thank you for helping us keep the magic alive and the mics on. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy, or follow the link on our YouTube channel at Chasing the Whimsy. Thank you again for all the support. Whimsy!
Boom, Patreon. If you guys were here for the pre-show, or you go back and watch the pre-show, we're going to try and update this page in the next week or two. But Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, and Enderfrog, EC1, Gooster, Nina M, Violet, Anna, my dad, and Courtney. Thank you guys for the pay option subscription on the Patreon. Okay, so sometimes you like, Ben keeps like, I signed up for the free, right? Sign up for the free. Absolutely, right? But then you're like, well, I don't know, like what kind of gifts he's doing, right? Hold on. I talked to Nikki about it. We have a set of 4 coasters, all different. So you have like, okay, here's what one of them looks like. That's fucking cool. So if you guys sign up for the $10 tier, you can get cool stuff like this. I'm not gonna show you what the other ones look like because, well, I guess I could. Okay, we got Sarah Cat. Uh, this one, Nod to Grandma. Look at that. Look, that's kitschy right here. That's kitschy. And then obviously we got our man picks. So these are the, oh, look at that. Ben shows some stuff. The view number just shot up to 12. Hey, everybody, free shit. Well, subscription shit. So these will be going out. Nikki, let me know where you'll be around. These, they're really cool. Um, they feel like cork. So these will probably be the last ones for a little while of the wood variety. I need a fucking box tray here. Hold on. I don't remember what title I gave her. Kelly, I don't even know if you're here. You are the project research manager or something. Um, so these ones. If you were signed up last month and January, you'll get these 4. We did some ornaments last for November, and then we did the art book in September. Well, the hat. So Monday is the last time you should see this hat, because conceptually Tuesday there is a Chasing the Whimsy hat coming in, which will be the new hat of Chasing the Whimsy. So I'm looking at hats. Stand by. Hold on. All right, so we're gonna be looking at bags. Okay, this bag here. I don't know if this is gonna be one, but this is the stuff that research and development is coming up with. Why am I yelling? Oh my god, this is why people are like, you talk too loud, because I scream. Okay, so research and development is come up with like this bag. Okay, okay, on the top, zipper. Right? So you could put all kinds of stuff in this one, right? like whatever you want in here. And then there's like one of these extra little in here, right? Boom. Okay, okay. Um, there is another one that's coming in, uh, probably next week. That I think is gonna be super cool. Um, I'm doing blankets. Looking at blankets, I have two blankets coming in. I'm testing the sizes of them. So we got blankets, and then what I was also thinking is right if we do a blanket, right? You have the blankets that have like the six pictures on them, right? And then like the collage-ish picture one blankets, right? What if I wrote like a six-panel comic and we made a comic blanket? I don't know what that looks like, but we will look at it. Research and development's helping me out. Came up with a bunch of stuff last week. Um, Keychains. I don't think we did bottle openers, but fuck it, why not? Um, I got some new cards coming in. Some Patreon cards. So we got like so that's what I'll be working on tonight. I'm going to take pictures of a bunch of stuff and throw all that stuff on Patreon. Um, so this is version 2 of a bag. There's another bag, another tote bag somewhere I got for Christmas. It's right there. Um, this is what we're looking for. I don't think we can do t-shirts yet. T-shirts. Um, I would need to order 100 of them to keep the cost down enough that I'm not taking a huge bath on it. So the Patreon goal. So okay, so there's some fun stuff here. The second part of the Patreon is that for everybody who is signed up for Patreon, a portion of your monthly subscription fee will go towards a donation for the holidays. We're going to donate again to the Family Holiday Assistance Program. Uh, it was a little bit weird. A couple of weeks ago, I was trying to figure out what we're going to do. I'm like, I'll match whatever. No, I'm throwing in $500 already off the top. Boom. But then I challenge listeners, Patreon people, sign up, help support us, and then help us support the Family Assistance Program. Worst case scenario, give me your $1 a week. Portion of that will go towards. Um, as of right now, for January, I need 45. I need 45 subscribers to hit the 500 matched goal. So as we get into each month, I need more and more. But we're gonna do a couple of different things to kind of help the Patreon support. Uh, recognize and use it towards the family assistance holiday program thing. So I appreciate everybody, those 12 of you that are currently signed up. The first goal that we have is that by July for the year 2 anniversary is that we double this. I don't know how to get double. Uh, I had to like beg for half of these already. Not all of them, but I mean everybody's actually to be fair. 3. I had to guilt one. I had to guilt one person into it. 2, 3. I had to con Courtney into hers. Okay, so everybody, fuck you guys. Everybody signed up because they wanted to. So there are still people out there that I can beg on and get some more. But the idea is that let's hit 25 by July, and then by the end of this beginning of December, let's try to hit 50. That's the idea, the goal. Um, so you'll see some more Patreon commercials, some more cool merch, and a couple of different tiers over the next probably week or two. I'll update the different tier lists for you guys. So there's a chance where you're like, hey, I don't want to pay the $4 a month. I just want to do a one and done. Boom. There's going to be a tier, $25. I'll put 20 of that straight into the family assistance program fund, and I'll take very little because the fees that come off of it, like I'm not going to take most of that. So we're going to work on just doing some of those where you can get just the one-time donations to help build that number a little bit. But yeah, I'm having fun with research and development, coming up with some new stuff. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. We're going to have some fun. I'd like to get t-shirts, but I don't have the following yet to support me getting t-shirts. But we will by the end of the year is the goal. So yeah, Patreon. It's not just helping me out. We're helping out some kids get presents. We're helping out some artists. Yeah, sign up for the free. Sign up for all the podcasts. Like and subscribe. Leave comments. At this point, anytime you get a notification that there's a random like midnight live stream, go ahead and just click on that bad boy. Turn down the volume, and then yeah, just go to sleep, and then just give you those 12 hours. So we're doing a lot of stuff. We're in a really good position for 2025. So we're already moving on a couple of different ideas. So I don't know. I'll clean this whole Patreon thing up a little bit, but we're having fun. We're having a blast. 2025. It's gonna be a good year for all of us. We got episode 100. We got 2-year anniversary. We have Fan Fusion. We have TushCon. We have another large donation to the Family Assistance Program. Most podcasts would be okay with just those 5, right? I guarantee you we're going to do like 3 times that. I have a couple of ideas that I want to do with Liam, go on location, a couple of big interviews coming up. Really want to get in with Chronicon and have a featured spot there. So jump in, man. Also show some support before we start blowing up in 2025. All right, I think that's all I got. Wait for it. And we're at the end of the show. Thank you guys all for watching. Number shot up to like 16 earlier. I don't know if you guys noticed that. First Mind Pockets of 2025. I rather enjoyed it. I appreciate everybody still hanging out with me for Mind Pockets. Mind Pockets 41. Checking off the list of a successful Mind Pockets. And then I think that's all we got for you guys. You guys have a good rest of the weekend. Monday, most of you guys are working. So if you can, log in Monday. What's going on Monday? I don't know if anything's happening on Monday. Just a regular show. And then if you guys see any live streams in the middle of the night, find a different phone somewhere, just log in. Give me a little bit of time on those, or just go in and leave a comment. Let's do that. How about the 11 of you? When you see a random one come up, you just hit a fucking like whimsy in the chats. Like that'd be super cool. That's all I got for you guys. 9:30. How long is this thing going? Boom. 10 of you. That's 10, 15. That's 15 extra hours. We're going to be hitting 4,000 very, very soon. You guys have a great night. And that's it. Whimsy.